Buying bras from Victoria's Secret annual sale is truly the highlight of my life every single year. But sometimes when you wash them, they get tangled in a knot with your other clothes, rip your lacy stuff, and then you may have that one bra that you think is okay, and then you decide to turn it over and you're like, nope, 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 nope. The freaking closure is ruined forever. So in order to protect your delicates, I'm going to share with you how to make a lingerie bag out of your old laundry bag. So just keep watching, y'all. First, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need an old laundry bag. Mine has holes in it and the drawstring doesn't work anymore. You're going to need an old t-shirt. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, a few buttons. I'm going to be using 8 buttons for this project. Oh yeah, and one more thing. You know that sewing machine that you probably bought while you were all inspired while watching Project Runway and you've never used it? Yeah, you're going to need to pull that out as well. I'm going to be using my brother's sewing machine. The model is LS2125i. And a needle and thread. Now let's get into making this bag. Before I cut my bag, I'm going to make sure that I bypass the holes that are at the bottom of the bag. And I'm just going to straighten everything out. And I'm going to start from the bottom and just work my way up. And I'm just going to cut this bag into a square. And it's up to you. You can make it as big or as small as you would like. And I'm also going to bypass the drawstring area on the side as well. And as you can see, everything is nice, flush, and even. Now here's where the t-shirt comes into play. We're going to remove the excess material and we are going to lay the t-shirt down and we're going to place the bag on top of the hem of the t-shirt. Now we're going to use our index finger to measure. That harsh line, that second line right there that I just showed you, that measures about 2 inches and we're going to measure that all the way across. And 2 inches is the amount of the t-shirt that we're going to remove. So we're going to cut 2 inches off of the t-shirt. Now we're going to take that piece of t-shirt that we just cut off and we're going to split one end of it down the middle. And when we open it up, that leaves us with one long piece. Next, we're going to move over to our sewing machine and we're going to sew up the 2 sides of the bag that we just cut. Now that we have the 2 sides sewn up, we're going to place that t-shirt material right on the inside of the opening of the bag. We're going to place that right on the edge. And we are going to sew along the very edge of the bag right there where my finger is. Now we're going to move back over to the sewing machine. We're going to fold that edge down and we're going to sew the t-shirt to the bag and we're just going to follow that edge all the way around the bag. And when you get to the end of it, we're also again going to fold that remaining edge down again and just sew right on top of it to close it down. Now we're going to flip the t-shirt material over and we're going to turn the bag around. Now the t-shirt material is facing us. Now the hem of the t-shirt is exposed and we're just going to fold the hem of the t-shirt under and we're going to sew right there on that edge. And after we're done, we have this nice clean border all the way around our bag, all the way around the edge. Now we're going to move on to creating our buttonholes. So we're going to take our scissors and we're just going to snip it just a little bit, just a tad. And to test it, to make sure that the hole isn't too small, we're going to push a button through. And you're going to always want to err on making the buttonhole too small. You don't want to make the buttonhole too big. So I'll be making 8 buttonholes all the way across. And this step right here is optional. You can use the function on your sewing machine, or you can do this part by hand. Next, we're going to take our needle and thread, and we're going to finish off the edges of our buttonhole. So if you're going to be doing this by hand, you're going to want to follow this step. We're going to insert the needle into the buttonhole. We're going to pull it through, and then we're going to take our thumb and we're going to place the thread behind our thumb just like this, and then we're going to make a little loop and we're going to wrap the thread around our thumb, and we're going to place the needle back into the buttonhole and also through the loop that we just made with our thumb, and we're going to pull the needle through and we're going to pull it all the way, and then we're going to remove our thumb, and this is going to create a little knot, and we're going to do that all the way around the buttonhole. Now that we have all our buttonholes completed, we're going to begin to place our buttons underneath the buttonholes, and we're going to sew those by hand into place. And you guys may be wondering why I chose to use buttons and buttonholes as opposed to zippers, and that's because I have purchased in the past lingerie bags from the grocery store, and a lot of times just after a couple of washes the zippers begin to pull away from the material and they break. So I just decided that I'm going to use the buttons and the buttonholes because that would be more sturdy. And guess what, you guys? You've taken your old laundry bag and turned it into a nice lingerie bag. So now you can wash your favorite tights that you wear 50 million times in the winter, and now they have those little white balls all over them in that bag. And you can also wash your nice lace tops in your lingerie bag. And let's not forget your favorite Victoria's Secret bras in your lingerie bag. You guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure when you decide to make your lingerie bag, make sure to play this video back again. All right, peace and love, y'all.